Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jabril Muhammad, or Fiktxun Crypto, founder of Accountable, founder of plenty of things on the internet, man. Just a serial entrepreneur trying to make it in this world that's ever changing. I think serial entrepreneurship is something that everybody has to dive into, and I think we're all into it. Um, Really, we all into it without knowing it. We're all serial entrepreneurs. We all do different things for income, and trading just happens to be one of those things. So here is day two, and we're apologizing for the late upload because we're supposed to be uploading around 8 o'clock. Man, I went to sleep around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I just was done. I've been up for 3 days. It's crazy. I go on these stretches for about 3 days, and I don't know, no drugs involved. I just can't go to sleep, and it's literally the craziest thing. So sometimes I'm building, sometimes I'm working, sometimes I'm doing a whole lot of stuff, working on my car or whatever, just to fill in that time. But today we are, and I'm glad, didn't really put any trades in, and this is a part of the process. So everybody wants to have instant gratification quickly. Everybody wants to have instant gratification. You know, why aren't we trading? They want to know, hey, I want to see profits. We're supposed to make money. And that approach is in some ways correct. Yes, we do want to make money, but we also want to understand the markets and the situation with the markets right now. So we have to take another look out. Yesterday, I said that I was bearish. I'm still bearish on this market right now, but in the short term, it looks like we are getting some small rallying support. And I'm looking at this from the weekly. But before I go into this, I wanted to say this from my weekly setup. This weekly setup looks absolutely, it looks great. This is that lower low right here. And usually we have this little W pattern. And I know these patterns are like, hey, you gotta use what you know to trade. Typically, man, they're spamming me with ads. Typically, you start seeing this type of price action, in the short term. This is liquidity that we can definitely capture up to 125. That's a huge, incremental balance from right here. Percentage wise, about 13%. I mean, boosting these markets 13% over the next 6 days is something that is very 0.5% gain every day. And that's attributed to the amount of money flowing in through the XRP Ledger and the futures and all those products. So what we're going to try to do with this challenge is not only challenge ourselves to trade, but understand what is going into creating the price for XRP. What indicators or signals can we find from the internet, from resources that we know, to figure out and predict what the price of XRP is going to be today, tomorrow, and 5 days, and 10 days, 20 days. So that's what this $100 to 10K challenge and journey is all about. It's not right now about making money. It's about getting ourselves set up for this challenge. So anytime we want to, we can make money. So, and I say so a lot, so much. I say so a lot, so much. I said it while I was trying to not say it. But man, and women out here, this challenge is for people that simply just want to get better. I've been trading for a while, on and off, trading with my own money, and now it's time for those leverage accounts. Now it's time for those prop firm accounts. Now it's time to bring all of the information that we know into the market, because we don't have the time to miss this anymore. We are in a period where things are changing so fast that we gotta be on this 24/7. And if we're not on this 24/7, then we feel like we're getting left behind. And I don't want any of us to feel like that. So let's proactively do this. I need people commenting. I need people saying, Hey man, we got to get up on this. We got to get up on this because it's a group effort. I'm gonna do it myself, but also it's a group effort and collaboration. Community is, I mean, it's like having another family. So, what we'll go over today is simply what I believe. Again, my thesis is still the same. I still believe that we are in a bearish market. Um, Looking at the monthly, we'll zoom out a tad bit because this weekly chart is the weekly chart got me thinking. Weekly chart got me thinking. Monthly chart got me also in a position where I'm like, I mean, how much farther do we go down? You know, when does this stop? Because this is almost a 100% move on the flip side. Literally, you up here, I mean, that's a huge gain. Let's see from this perspective going up if that number changes. Man, you talk about 200%. Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, I don't understand uh, the price on the other side. You're talking about a 200% move to the downside in price. So it's like, okay, how much longer do we have this? And then we also want to see how long we've even been in this bear market. The bear market started September, in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We've been in a bearish market for over a year. How much longer? How much longer? So it's only a matter of time before this really starts to reverse. I still believe we have the opportunity to capture this liquidity. And what I believe is we will form a new baseline. We'll form a new baseline right around this 86-cent mark. And as you can see in history, this is around 15 cents. Rallied, crashed. Oh, we didn't touch 15 cents again. Okay, consolidation, rally, crash. Okay, well, let's get around this price right here. 83 cents. Rally, consolidation, crash. Rally, consolidation, crash. And even if we want to even go further back, well, these are futures. And we're going to have to start breaking this chart down too. We got to understand the inflows of XRP. And what I have tomorrow is a website that tracks that stuff, really. Who has the best data on XRP? And that's also who you want to use as well. Who has the best data on XRP? Market cap is letting us know what's going on for today. Market cap on XRP Ledger is up 3.7%, which is really, really good. Everything's green on my screen. So the market is, having a relief rally. It's been selling off. Where can I expect price to go? It's not going to, just shoot up astronomically. We're still in my zones. And let's put a text box for my zones here. Everybody wants to get rich quick. Everybody wants to get rich quick. It's crazy. Low, high, and see, I'm a swing trader, so my trading style is more patient. I don't have time to sit here and be on my screen all day, and I don't have time for that. Nobody really has time for that. And if you have time for that, you gotta want to do this. I actually want to do that because it's fun to me making money instantly. But at the same time, I like living life. I like going on side quests. I like walking in the park. I like just doing stuff. I like eating food. You know what I'm saying? Just regular people stuff. So I'm looking at a 135 target for these particular for this zone. For this zone. What's the zone? Let me zoom in real quick. Go to my daily to grab this information for you all. Oh my goodness. Change everything? Okay, there we go. Got a 20-cent price difference in this zone. Well, really about 12 cents. So my zone, I'm like literally, where did the text go? where where did the text go? Man, this kid, I'm a little frustrated right now too, which is another thing to pay attention to yourself. Which I'm not trading right now. I'm frustrated. I've been trying to edit a video this morning. Took me 2 hours to upload a video that I had already. I was trying to use Codex to create a workflow that it should already know, and it was just acting completely. So we're not trading today, and our zone right now is, let's say, cash sign. Okay, and people say, what is this zone for? Well, this is what I'm watching for breakouts, and let me go 113 for myself. Breakout and watch price pass $1.13. We were at $1.07, so we were very close the other day to this 99-cent zone. So it was a 6 cent difference in between that. 6 cent. And for every penny, for every penny, for every penny, that is 0.78%, which is great information to know. So every penny XRP gains is 0.78%, and that's going down. Let me double check it going up, because sometimes it's just really weird. Yep, that's 100. So that's good information to know, right there. So let's scroll, zoom this down. Literally don't know where my text box went, man. It just keeps going wherever it wants to go. For every penny XRP gains or loses, it a 0.78% gain. And what we'll do is we'll fact check that too. Copy. And this is why AI is so important. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we need to figure out why is this a moving target in percentage. This is the stuff like, I mean, it probably don't matter to most people, but if we want to understand the basics of trading, I think this is the type of stuff that we would need to know about our particular market, the metrics and how the data translate, so I can even figure out, say for instance, I only want to build a system that gains 1% off of each trade. Maybe we want to do 100 trades a day, and maybe we have a risk management system where we can lose 50 trades, but 20 of those trades make up our entire day, and 30 of those trades are either profit. And you can even be more sophisticated than that, because you can go into profit, you can go into hedging for other trades for the next day. I mean, the it's endless when you start figuring out little information like this. And y'all see me keep looking over here because I'm looking at this screen I got over here, and it's such a beautiful picture of everything that's going on. So yeah, man. But let's see why this is a moving target. It's a moving target because of the basic math. The denominator is constantly changing. So when you calculate your percentage by gain or loss, you're always dividing by your fixed change. So change in price, starting price. Okay, times 100. Because the starting price, the denominator, moves every second, the exact same 0.1 moves results in completely different percentages. Mm-hmm. The lower the price of XRP goes, the more a 1% move matters in percentages. Okay, why? It's interesting. That's interesting how that works. Okay. It comes down to how fractions work. When you calculate a percentage, you're dividing a fixed number. You're zero your 1 penny change by stating the number by a starting number current price. Okay, because the price of XRP fluctuates, which is going to be current price, the bottom number of that fraction is always moving. When the bottom number changes, the results of the division changes as well. So it comes down, okay, I got it. And sometimes I'm slow, y'all may have got that before me. So it comes down to the divisibility in the current price, which every current price, it's not going to be 80 cent when you do this every time. 80 cent to 79 cent. It's not going to be like that. So it's always going to have some type of variation in percentage if it gains a penny or not, simply by this stuff right here. And then boom, like this right here. And I'm still confused on how we get the 1.25 gain. Now y'all got me wanting to build an application already. We're gonna build an application. So once we figure this out, we can go back into the chart with our data, and I think we'll end up calling this a day. Like literally, you don't have to move fast to lose money quickly. I want to know about my market. What's going on? What controls my market? And then I'll figure out what I need to control in order to control my trades. But if I don't have an understanding of this market, it's not going to work, man. If I don't figure this type of stuff out for myself, it's not going to work. So how we got the 1.25% gain? The 1.25% calculation comes from dividing your expected price movement by your starting price at your low target zone. So price move, 1 cent, 80 cents, and that's what it comes out to, okay? Times 100, boom, gotcha, easy. And I'm starting to understand the calculation. I'm starting to understand the calculation now and how the percentage is being formed. So that's good. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to materialize, and this is just a little snippet, you know, how to calculate this before the trade. So that'll be something that I can do on my own. But right now we have a really good start. For people who are just learning this stuff, don't be afraid. Don't be, oh my goodness, XRP is creeping out that box. It looked like it wants to creep. Look like it wants to creep. So yeah, man. This is what I'm going to be looking for. So I'm going to be looking for an explosive move to 113 to 115, really. Then I'm going to want to see this 109 be retested. That's what I want to see. So I'll mark it up for everyone. I want to see this happen. And then I want to see a retest of this level right here. I want to see a boom, and then I want to see a boom. And I know that was not the best word, but really, if we retest, we break out of this box right here, start trading above this, really 118, start trading above that, we're in a good position. This is a good position to hedge yourself. Risk to reward, this is a good position to hedge yourself. probably hop in a trade at 109, you know, and hedge it. But you know, if it goes up to, I'll probably put in a hedge at, you know, just it's just about risk and reward, because you could put in a buy and a sell at this level and bet on both sides. Now, when one trade loses, okay, how much is it going to lose? Do I lose 25% of this trade while this other trade is gaining 100%? So I'm overall making 75%. And that is the part of the risk management we have to think about. We're not just thinking about this as everyday regular traders. We're thinking about how to build systems, how to also understand, you know, what goes into hedging. This is more so like, I'm not a quant person, but it's like quant trying to figure out the quant, the way they do things. And it's crazy, guys. So it's Fiktxun Crypto. Everybody, have a good one. Peace.